Well, look, let me say this. There is little objectivity and any amount of inconsistency as the new sport in Britain seems to be dancing on the political grave of Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson. We're told the polls, the punters and the politics all conspired to leave the Prime Minister, as one report said, wallowing in a bog too deep even for a petroleum-covered porky to squirm out of, unquote. 69% of Britons reportedly wanted Johnson to resign, 54% of Conservatives. Wretched polls again, live by the polls. As I said at the beginning, Boris appeared to be a bad judge in relation to personal staff. Dominic Cummings was the architect of Boris Johnson's 2019 landslide election victory and the delivery of Brexit. To be fair to Cummings, he was right when he clashed with Carrie Simons, variously described as Johnson's mistress turned fiancée turned wife. Cummings left Number 10, claiming Boris Johnson demanded the appointment of Carrie Simons' friend as a new spokeswoman because, quote, she's going crackers, meaning the fiancée wife. According to Cummings, Boris Johnson supposedly asked, why can't I be my own chief of staff? Why, this is typically Boris. Why can't I be my own director of communications? Yes, I'll F up all sorts, but so what? If I can't do what I want, what's the point of being Prime Minister, unquote. So Boris, or Cummings, left and became a trenchant and mostly poisonous critic. Perhaps the last accusation against Boris Johnson is proof of the lack of objectivity. That was last week's story. They said, well, this is the end of the section here. The former Conservative Deputy Chief Whip, Chris Pincher, has been suspended over groping allegations. The Johnson critics were in confected outrage that such a man could have been appointed by Boris as a spokesman for the Johnson ministry. Well, what's conveniently forgotten is that Johnson's predecessor, Theresa May, ceaselessly sought to bring her critics into cabinet, including Boris himself, I might add, and Theresa May reappointed the same Pincher as a whip, despite the same rumours, precisely because she felt he had influence with the more Brexity parts of the party that she didn't have. Nonetheless, it's only 30 months since Boris Johnson led the Conservative Party to a landslide majority of 80 seats, with 43.6% of the popular vote, the highest for any party since 1979. David Cameron, of course, had fallen on his sword after failing to win the remainder Leave referendum. Prime Minister Theresa May resigned, unable to get the Parliament to agree to the terms of the referendum result. Boris Johnson became the leader, promptly called a snap election and campaigned on the mantra, get Brexit done. And get it done he did.